Ghosts in Us contains serious and sometimes disturbing events and is not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
It had the crying boy painting.
Her imaginary friend as a kid was a demon.
I looked at thing in its eyes and it changed me forever.
I absolutely believe it was like a demonic presence.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ghosts in Us podcast. I know, another one. I said the same thing because we recorded this one and the Superstitions one in the same night.
Wow.
Back, baby.
So, Blaine.
Yeah.
Can you do something for me?
Maybe. Depends.
I need everyone else to also do this, okay?
Oh, no, that's...
I need you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Insert magical music. So close your eyes.
Okay.
Then imagine the front door.
Don't do
of
this
your
if you're
childhood.
driving and listening. Sorry.
Okay.
See.
Close your eyes.
I think
Then
have been closed.
I'm trying to immerse. Then imagine the front door of your childhood home as accurately as possible. Can you imagine it?
Mm-hmm.
Once you've done that, open the door and walk in. Then open every window in the house, one after another. Let me know when you are done opening your windows.
Patio doors included?
Every window in the house.
Well, okay. Is it a window or is it a door? Okay, just want to make sure. Okay.
Once you successfully opened all the windows, now I need you to go and close them all in the opposite order as to how you open them.
So backwards, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Now finally, leave the house. And it's all over. You can open your eyes.
What did you make me do?
Okay, I have a question for you. Did you happen to see anyone in the hall or rooms while you were imagining your house and opening the windows?
No, but I did hear something in my hallway over here, so I didn't like that. It's just my apartment.
Okay.
But
So you saw no one? Nothing?
I saw nobody.
So this is an urban legend that stresses that people have varying levels of ability to see ghosts. Okay. It is called Raycon. The idea of Raycon, or someone's ability to sense the supernatural, is very strong in Japan. And just like your favorite action heroes, it comes with varying levels of ability. You can have a strong or weak Raycon. You may be able to see some ghosts, but not others, or sense some supernatural events while being completely blind to the rest. Okay. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Immerse.
Oh, we're back in Ghosts in Us, aren't we?
So this is one example of how you could tell if you're a regular human or special. So in your case, you didn't see anyone, right?
Mm-hmm. Not that I noticed. I mean.
Well, in your case, it's unlikely you have any ability to see ghosts.
That's not true.
Listen, there are various tests, but let me go through the other answers for listeners.
Sure.
If you saw any family members or pets, there's a good chance that you have the ability to see ghosts. However, if your family or pets looked how they always do, then your ability isn't very high. But if they looked strange, there's a chance you're in danger. If you saw any strangers, you have a strong Raycon and will likely experience many supernatural events after this. But who was in the house? If it wasn't a friend or someone you knew, this could mean trouble. If you happen to that person in real life, chances are very high that they're already a ghost.
Okay.
Okay. So that's just one test. But would you like to try another one?
No, because I don't want to do that. It's kind of tough again. Not when I'm in the dark in my own apartment by myself.
End show.
Well, no, like let's have the guests, have our audience. If they want to participate, they can. The reason I see ghosts a lot. Let me tell you.
That's just one test. It does not mean that you don't see anything ever. It may just mean your Raycon is not as high.
No,
I'm parts of the supernatural.
I'm giving you crap. I'm not. I am not like a psychic or one of those. I'm not a medium or anything like that. Like I'm not seeing spirits all the time. But when we investigate, you've seen it. I've seen it. I mean, I've had people when I investigate with all of the group of friends that we all hang out with. We'll see stuff and I'll be like, did you guys see what I just saw? And I'll describe it and they'll describe the rest. And I'm like, holy shit, like we saw the same thing. So
Blaine's feisty.
I'm feisty about it. I see stuff.
Let's try another test. Okay, Blaine?
They can do it. Yeah.
No, you're doing it too. Calm down.
I'm in my apartment by myself.
Breathe. You don't have to close your eyes for this one. Breathe.
Okay.
All right. Immerse. We're going to try the dinner test, okay? Oh, shit, you got to close your eyes. You need to. It helps you focus.
Why?
Immerse.
Is this safe? Am I
Yeah.
like...
I'm not going to make a freaking Daruma-san come out of nowhere. And chase you.
All right. I'm making sure because I know my mother is going to see something.
Well, maybe your mom will play along. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. And now I want you to think about what you had for dinner last night. Try to imagine it in front of you. Is it on a plate? What's your dinner? What does your dinner look like in front of you? Can you imagine it?
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't remember what I had for dinner.
Okay. That's perfect. So, if you remember what food you had, your ability to see ghosts is very slim, very little. But if you don't see or remember your food, you have a pretty strong Raycon. If you see yourself eating the dinner, if you see your dinner, right? And you see yourself eating it in the third person or from far away, your Raycon is extremely strong. So
I'm going to be okay. So for our audience, really quick, I genuinely had no idea what Taylor's topic was for this week. I genuinely have never heard of any of these tests that she's doing. And she's saying the word Raycon a lot. And it makes me think that we're going to get sponsored by Raycon. We're not. I do have their earbuds and they're great. But
I had to look up because I was saying Raycon, but it's Raycon. That's how you pronounce it.
Okay, well, if Ray J wants to sponsor us and use Raycon earbuds, I do use them a lot. So, I mean, I do use them for editing. Not sponsored, but maybe we should be. Just saying.
So, hang on 1 second.
So, what's the next test, Taylor?
Yep. Okay. Well, listen. All right. We could try. Where did it go? Okay. I actually want to try one that I did not write down. However, close your eyes. Immerse.
Bitch.
I need you to imagine an apple floating in the air, slowly turning. Nothing. It's just in a black room, right? I need you to turn the apple so you see the bottom of it and spin it. Okay. And now I need you to turn the apple again so you could see the stem and spin the apple the other way. Now I want you to imagine that you're cutting the apple up. Okay. Now you can open your eyes. I want to know, could you actually imagine all of those steps?
I probably imagine them incorrectly. So, apple spinning.
Yep.
Now flip it to so you can see the bottom. And I didn't spin it this way. I spin it this way.
That it doesn't matter how you spin it. I just want to know, were you able to picture that very like vividly in your head?
Oh yeah, it was a nice little red delicious apple because that was the first thing that looked like an apple.
So, a lot of this like Raycon and like intuition tests involves like people being able to visualize that stuff.
Okay.
And I just wanted to add in the fact that there are a good chunk of people out there who cannot. And the term for that, like the term for the inability to visualize or create mental images is called aphantasia. It's a cognitive condition where individuals lack the ability to form visual imagery in their minds. And I just wanted to bring that up because Zinger, my husband, cannot visualize stuff like that.
Really?
So like, yeah. So he was explaining it to me. He's like, even if he reads words, that's like explaining like like an area.
Sure.
Like if it's explaining the scenery, he cannot imagine it. He could not do that apple test. He could not do the opening the windows and all that stuff. His brain just cannot create the visual.
Interesting.
So I wanted to point that out because I thought that was really interesting because there are some people that lack that ability.
Well, okay.
Not saying that if they lack that ability, they can't see ghosts.
No, that's not what I was about to say. So what you're telling me is that whenever he goes to see a play that I'm in or a musical or whatever, he just sees the set.
Yeah, he cannot be immersed in that.
He can't like suspend disbelief, is what what you're saying.
No,
that's nuts. Well, then no wonder he hates going. I would too if I were in this situation.
Okay. So, there are a few Raycon tests based solely on anatomy and flexibility of your body, and I find them really silly. However, I cannot shun those ideas because there are studies out there of how physical skills can truly show a person's entire personality or abilities. For example, I had someone reach out to me and ask me to write out the sentence, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog," because it has every letter in the alphabet, along with the numbers 0 through 9. And they were going to school for psychology and was given the task to study someone's handwriting. And when I sent that to them, they literally described me, and it was actually kind of creepy. No joke. A creative person with multiple outlets for creativity, very caring, but has trouble knowing when enough is enough and has been through quite a bit of trauma. And I was like, how could you tell that from my handwriting? But it's all based off of the way my letters shrink or tilt, or how I write my A's, or how I write my number 7 or 3. It's so like physical stuff like that. Like I can't shun the idea with the physical tests. Okay.
Interesting.
So I'm going to talk about the physical Raycon tests. They're really silly, but just bear with me.
No, keep going.
The first one is called the pinky test. So with the pinky test, you have to check the length of your pinky finger and ring finger on your left hand. So hold your hand up.
I literally went to my left hand right away, and I never even... Right before you sat on your left hand, I was looking at my left hand.
So if your pinky is longer than the first joint of your ring finger, so right here, right?
Okay. Sure.
You could see ghosts. If not, you can't. The longer your pinky finger is, the stronger your ability to sense ghosts.
Oh, well, I can guarantee you it's not. I'm really pink right now on my camera. Oh, white balancing is going to be fun.
So on my pinky, it does not go past that knuckle.
Same.
All right. So that's kind of a weird test. The other one is called the Kitsune test.
Okay.
Sorry, Lucy. So what you're going to do is you're going to make the shape of a kitsune.
Kitsune test, like the fox?
Yeah, I say kitsune.
Well, you're wrong,
Kitsune.
but
Okay, well, I up names all the time. So the kitsune test, you make the shape of a kitsune with your hand. So you hold your middle 2 fingers against your thumb while your index finger and pinky remain in the air.
bark, bark.
Now try to press your index finger and pinky together.
Yeah, not touching.
So if you could do that, apparently your Raycon's really strong. If you can't, it's very weak.
Well,
but I think it's almost damn near impossible. Like,
well, some people can do it. Some people can do it.
This one, Zinger and I have been doing, like, asking people. We would call my family or friends or literally like random people and be like, hey, I need to see your hands. So this is called the clasp test.
Okay.
What you're going to do is you're going to clasp your hands together. Okay. Now I need you to look down at your hands. The index finger from which hand is on top? The left or right? Which one's closer to you?
My right.
On your right hand?
Yeah. It's closer to me.
Interesting. So if the index finger on your left hand is on top, closer to you, that means you have the ability to see ghosts. Your Raycon is much stronger. But if you try it again, this time deliberately putting your hand the other way, it feels strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's because this action is controlled by either the left or the right side of your brain. If your left hand ends up on top, it means you work predominantly with your right side of your brain. And people who work with the right side of their brain are said to be dreamers, artistic folk who can see things that aren't really there. So it's, for me, that's weird to hear that yours is on the right is closer.
I'm right-handed.
So am I.
Taylor, you literally did the same hand.
My left hand is closer.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. I find that super interesting that yours is the right.
Right hand.
Wow. You can't see shit.
Yeah, that's why I wear glasses.
No. Yeah, okay. So it does, like I said, your Raycon, it doesn't mean that you can't see anything. It's just in certain levels of the paranormal, it's different. Okay?
Okay.
Your ability is different for multiple different things. Like maybe you could see the more positive spirits and none of the negatives. Or maybe you could see spirits that are shy or more bubbly. Like, do you get what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying.
Some spirits have more energy to be allowed to see. The ones with the less energy are harder to see and interact with, but people with the stronger Raycon could see them.
Okay.
Okay. The next test I have, I think it's my last one, but I do have some little exercises. It's called the self-check test, and it explains itself. People who have several of the following factors are said to have extremely strong Raycon.
Okay.
So, if your family, especially parents or grandparents, can see ghosts, can you check that?
Nope.
You can't?
Well,
okay.
Well, my mom says she sees shit
lately,
like the last couple of years. So.
Number 2, you have a powerful imagination.
That I do.
Look at that. He's smiling. After a grumpy guy.
What does that mean?
Number 3, you have intense impressions of things.
What does that mean?
When
give me an example. Can you give me an example? Let me get an idea.
You kind of become obsessed with stuff.
I think that's just ADHD.
Okay.
Because because like my mind will go crazy. Like I'll hyper focus on something. I don't know if that means.
Number 4, you often have trouble sleeping at night.
Sometimes.
Number 5, you often question people about their complexion.
I don't think I've ever done that.
All right. Well, if you have over half of the above, then you have a strong ability to see ghosts. Raycon is said to pass down through the generations, so especially if you answered yes to number 1, then there's no mistaking it. So I feel bad because I feel like I'm just like putting you on blast, like, Blaine, your Raycon's crap. But I'm not.
Maybe the idea of Raycon is crap, except for the earbuds. Those are nice. Sponsor me, Ray J.
So I actually want to end the episode on an intuition story.
Okay.
If you like it, I have 3 of them.
Ooh.
So, you got to pay attention. Insert magical music again. This one is called The Stairwell Whisperer. Okay.
Okay.
So Layla worked overnight as a security officer at a historical museum in Georgia. Once a Civil War hospital, now a quiet exhibit filled with glass cases, war relics, and original wood floors. Nothing ever happened during her shift until the second week. That's when she started hearing footsteps on the upper stairwell, always between 2 and 3 a.m., never seen on camera, never accompanied by heat signatures. The sound was strange, 3 slow steps, then silence, then breathing. It always stopped when she reached the top of the stairs, but one night she decided to test it. She stood at the bottom and whispered, "If you need something, I'm here." The steps resumed, then paused. Then came a whisper so faint it made her skin crawl. "Wrong turn. Can't find her." She froze, the lights flickered, and on the glass of the Civil War Widows exhibit, she saw a handprint from the inside. Later, she checked the cameras. Nothing, but when she zoomed in on the reflection of the glass, she saw a man in uniform standing directly behind her. So the question is, you need to let your Raycon guide you. So don't get stuck on it, just whatever you feel is right. Who was the ghost? A dying soldier who never made it to his lover's bedside. B, a confused spirit looped in trauma, unaware he's dead. C, a spirit using another voice to lure the living. Or D, a residual haunting replaying a final desperate moment. Which one?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were asking me like personally. I thought you were asking the audience.
Audience can answer too, because I will give them the answers, but I'll give them the reasoning behind each one. But which one do you feel was the spirit feeling?
Fuck, Taylor, you're gonna hate me. My brain started focusing on your audio levels because I started hearing really weird fuzzing noises, and I thought you were playing with the connection of your cord. So my tech brain kicked in.
So you weren't listening, huh?
I started hyper focusing on that for like about a quarter of the way through.
Okay, audience members, since Blaine decided to opt out.
We'll fast forward through this, all right? We'll cut to me not being dumb.
So I have to read it again, you?
Could you?
All right.
Don't worry, this will be cut out. This will be cut out. Okay. Thank you
Which
for redoing that.
Which one feels right?
For me, it feels right that it is B.
A confused spirit looped in trauma?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go down the list of what each one is. So audience members gets a chance to see what it means. So if you felt that it was the dying soldier, you connect to spirits through love, grief, and unfinished longing. You may have past lives linked to war or ancestral ties to family lines that carry sorrow. Your strongest gifts lie in empathy, based mediumship. If you felt that it was the confused spirit, you feel spirits who are lost and unknowing. You're a natural wayfinder, someone who helps wandering spirits move on. You're likely to feel drained in hospitals, basements, or old crossroads. If you felt like it was the lure, you have instinct for spiritual deception, being that where other voices or faces. This is a high-level intuitive trait and suggests you are destined to work with spirits, discernment, and psychic defense. And then the last one, if you felt like it was a residual replay, you attune to spirit memory, not an intelligent ghost, but a moment trapped in time. This means you're sensitive to space, locations, and emotion imprints. You'd thrive in psychometric exploration or site-specific mediumship. So it's an intuition test to just kind of like see where you lie in the paranormal and how you experience and feel. Did you want to do another one? Like I said, I have 3.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay. 1 or 2? I'll let you pick.
1 or 2? Let's do. I have a really good feeling about 2.
Magical music. This one is called the sewing chair. So, Theo moved into an old craftsman style home in the Pacific Northwest, a fixer-upper he bought for cheap. It had been unoccupied for decades. Dust filled the air, the floorboards creaked with memory, and there was only one piece of furniture left behind, a worn velvet sewing chair tucked in the corner of the attic. The chair was so antique, Edwardian, with dark mahogany arms worn smooth by use. A single threaded needle was still stuck into the cushion. At first, Theo thought nothing of it, but in the first week, he began to notice strange things. Red thread appeared where he hadn't left it, across door handles, around the bedpost, in his shoes. Every morning, the chair moved slightly, just enough to face the attic window, though the floor was level. He once swore he heard the sound of scissors snipping just behind his head, but when he turned, nothing was there. After 2 weeks, he decided to sit in the chair, and as soon as he did, the attic door behind him slammed shut. The light dimmed, his hands felt numb, and in the reflection of the dusty mirror across the room, he saw a woman standing behind the chair, bent over his shoulder as if stitching him into place. He couldn't move, but he could feel her breath on his neck. Remember, don't think, just pick which whenever feels right. What is the nature of the spirit attached to this chair? Is it a mourning seamstress who stitched her grief into her work? A parasitic spirit that binds victims to objects slowly? A protective entity trying to mend the damage in the house? Or a cursed tool meant to trap anyone who invades its space?
My gut's telling me C.
A protective entity? Okay. So, there's no wrong answer.
No, I know. I'm just, that's where my instincts, my gut is telling me.
Your Raycon is telling you.
Thank you, Ray J. Thank you for the everyday earbuds that I wear every time.
So, if you felt more in tune with the mourning seamstress, you're tuned into grief memory, the emotion fingerprints left behind by trauma. You're likely to feel emotions that aren't yours and experience phantom nostalgia or sorrow. You could excel in psychometry with touch, so it's that word that from our from my little thank you, where you feel energy from touching. You could read objects by touching. If your gut said the parasitic spirit, you sense spiritual danger before it shows itself. You are a protector by nature with a gift for spotting hidden corruption in people, places, or things. Learn banishment rites and shield. You'll need them. If protective entity felt right, you perceive healing spirits even when they appear threatening. You can recognize distorted love or service, beings that scare but mean well. Your intuition is compassionate and aligned with ancestral guides. And then the last one, if you felt like it was a cursed tool, you resonate with magical architecture, places and things intentionally charged. You may be a latent spellcrafter or object witch, which meant to bind, unlock, or reawaken haunted items. Your Raycon responds strongest to things with intentional force. Ooh. So yeah, that was a little bit of an intuition and Raycon, and just like idea of where you sit with your perception.
Okay.
And I thought it was a really fun topic that I didn't tell you anything about.
Tell me anything. I was about to ask you, like, so what are we, I was going to say, like, before we did the intuition questions, I was like, is this like a topic of intuition? Like, what are we doing here? But no. All right, cool. I like that. That's a thinker. That's
It's really fun, and I ended up just like spending like 3 hours when I should have went to bed, just doing these intuition tests, and just like continuously reading them, and it always ended up being pretty much the same answer each time. So like I really sit at like that certain level, and it's like I encourage people, look up some intuition testing and just like relax, go with the flow, and just see how you are, like how your soul is, see how you are, and it's so fun.
yeah.
I don't think I had a question for this because it was filled with questions. I think my question for this video actually is,
What do you perceive? I'm kidding.
do you feel as if you can, okay, on what level of perception and stuff do you feel you're at?
Okay,
I think that's a good question because it really fits with this. I like personally, I think I'm in like low mid.
Okay.
Just because I mean, yes, we go ghost hunting and all that stuff, and we do see things, and I get weird experiences. However, it's almost as if I needed assistance to see that. Because if we would bring up the first time we were at Broadhead, I had the little spell thing that my dad did.
Yep.
And then I started to see things. My perception was stronger. So it almost feels like I need assistance. And then when I'm really upset, I get more experience with whatever's around me.
Right. And the only reason I'm not. Okay, so normally, I'm going to be 100% honest. I would probably say, I think you're just seeing things, like your eyes are playing tricks on you when we went to Broadhead. If it weren't for the fact that Jimmy saw it too.
And he also did the spell with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't remember if I told him before. I don't think I did. I could be wrong. Maybe I did, and I made him, I don't know, maybe he pulling the wool over my eye. I don't know. But I will say it when we a while ago, freaking cray, 3 years ago now, we did a private house investigation, and without even telling him, he picked up on what was happening.
Yeah.
Like I told him to set up a camera, and he like described something that the owner told us about. And we were like, what the hell?
Hours ago.
Like, what the hell? And Jimmy wasn't there for that. And I thought that was interesting. I don't know. So I'm not going to discount him. I'm not going to discount you. But I will say, really good topic, Taylor.
Yay.
Definitely a thinker.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have a question for the audience.
Liked it. Oh, okay.
I have a question for the audience. Yeah, I sometimes see stuff. And if you've watched a lot of our content, I describe to you what I see, and sometimes you're like, holy shit, like I saw that too. Because those are days when you're like the most upset and scared.
Yep.
Like when we went to the
I need
tannery.
assistance.
Like when we were at the tannery. I saw some shit. You saw some shit at Pine Lawn, and we all saw shit when Tony came by. Like we were all seeing that shit. Mm-hmm. That place is up. But like, I don't know. This is a good thinker. My question for the audience is: do you really think I can't see shit? Or do you think I'm full of it?
Audience members, I will say Blaine is not full of shit.
Be nice, please. You can say I'm full of shit. It's fine. I understand. I mean, I know where I am. I'm not claiming to be a psychic. I'm not claiming to be a medium. I'm not claiming to be anything. I just know that sometimes I see stuff in the dark when we're filming.
Blaine can be an asshole and all, but he never fakes stuff.
Do not fake stuff.
He's brutally honest when it comes to the paranormal. If you like to pretend that you saw something, he'll call you out on that.
I will. Yeah. Yep. I sure will.
I just want people to know that.
I may come across as a booty hole McGee, but oh boy,
you sure do.
Because I am so sick of seeing people fake stuff and then getting like this high praise for being an amazing investigator or ghost hunter, like some people. But I digress, because who the f- am I, you know?
Thank you guys for listening, watching, wherever you may be listening or watching.
Yeah.
I was going to let you continue.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't realize that was going to be okay. Thank you guys. Yeah, you said the thank you. If you would like to follow us, you can do so at Ghosts and Us everywhere. And if you want to reach out to us, the best way to do so is email ghostandus@gmail.com. And we want to thank you for listening to this podcast on your podcast catcher of choice. To my knowledge, we are available only on Amazon, Spotify, and Apple. But I get emails from a bunch of different places saying that congrats about your podcast. So I'm like, I didn't know we were there. So if you're listening to us on a different catcher, that's great. Leave a review. 5-star reviews help us get out to more people, and we would greatly appreciate it. And if you have a story, if you want to be on the show or just tell us your story and you're willing to like let us read it out loud, you can do so and email us at ghostness@gmail.com. And I'm going to tease our audience once again. If it happens, baby, I want to keep doing it till it happens.
I was going to say, if you guys put in a story that you want us to read, you'll get to hear me butcher names, because that's just that's my signature.
Taylor butchered your names. Rain.
Yes. Oh crap! You've shared my real last name.
I'll bleep it.
Good.
I'll bleep it.
Absolutely should. I think that'd be funny. All right. Anyways, thank you guys, everyone. Woo! Have a good night.
All right. We will see you in the next one. Oh my goodness gracious.